Seeing past the noise. Before we talk about the jet, before the money, before the chaos, the shouting, and the spectacle, there's something much more interesting happening in this video. On the surface, this is a competition. 100 pilots, one private jet. Whoever lasts the longest wins. But underneath that surface, this is actually an experiment in human behavior. This video quietly reveals how people make decisions under pressure, how integrity changes when incentives change, why endurance matters more than strength, and why cooperation is much harder than it looks. So instead of watching this as entertainment, let's slow down and look at the principles in play, the lessons you can actually use in life, work, and business. Part 1. Why strength fails, but endurance wins. The first challenge looks simple. Teams pulling a 40,000-pound jet across the finish line. At first, it looks like brute force wins. Whoever pulls hardest should succeed. But very quickly, something else becomes clear. The people who last aren't always the strongest. They're the ones who can keep going. This is the first hidden principle. Endurance outperforms intensity. In life, most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they burn all their energy too early. They sprint problems that require a marathon mindset. The pilots who survived weren't the loudest or the most aggressive. They were the ones who managed their energy, their breathing, and their focus. The same rule applies outside this challenge. Success rarely belongs to the most talented. It belongs to the people who can stay consistent when others fade. Part 2. Incentives change everything. As the challenges progress, the incentives change. At first, people behave honorably. They tell the truth. They play fair. But the moment the rules shift, when briefcases, eliminations, and power dynamics are introduced, behavior starts to change. This reveals a critical principle. People don't change, incentives do. When honesty costs nothing, it's easy. When honesty risks everything, it becomes rare. Some pilots lie, some manipulate, some justify their actions as strategy. This isn't about good or bad people. It's about understanding that systems shape behavior more than character does. If you want better outcomes in life or business, you don't start by judging people. You start by examining incentives. Part 3. Integrity under pressure. One of the most interesting moments in the video is when contestants talk about integrity. They say things like, "I'm a person of integrity. I won't lie. I believe in honesty." But when the stakes rise, those values are tested. And in many cases, they collapse. This reveals a hard truth. Values are easy to claim, but expensive to keep. Integrity isn't proven when it's convenient. It's proven when it costs you something. In the challenge, the pressure doesn't just eliminate people physically, it eliminates their self-image. This is why pressure is such a powerful teacher. It doesn't create character, it reveals it. Part 4. Fatigue destroys logic before it destroys strength. As the hours pass, something subtle happens. People don't just get tired, they get irrational. Hands slip, judgment fails, simple mistakes end everything. This is a crucial principle. Fatigue attacks decision-making before it attacks the body. Most people think failure looks dramatic. In reality, it's quiet. It's a moment of lost focus, a small lapse, a decision made while exhausted. In real life, burnout doesn't announce itself, it whispers. And by the time you notice it, the damage is already done. Part 5. Why cooperation almost failed. At the final stage, 3 people remain. The rules are simple. They must agree on who wins or no one gets the jet. This should be easy, but it isn't. Egos surface, distrust grows. Each person believes their way is the fairest. This exposes another principle.
Cooperation fails without aligned incentives. Even intelligent, capable people struggle to work together when trust is low, stakes are high, rules are unclear. This happens in families, in companies, in partnerships. Without clear alignment, even good intentions collapse into conflict. Part 6. Why one person won. In the end, the jet doesn't go to the strongest person, or the loudest, or even the smartest. It goes to the person who combined endurance, trust, timing, and restraint. The final winner didn't just hold on physically, they navigated people, pressure, and psychology. That's the final lesson. Winning is rarely about domination. It's about understanding the system you're inside of. Conclusion: the real takeaway. This wasn't just a challenge about a jet. It was a mirror showing how people behave when pushed, what happens to values under pressure, why endurance beats intensity, and how systems quietly shape outcomes. If you understand these principles, you start to see life differently. You stop chasing motivation. You build endurance. You stop blaming people. You design better systems. And that's the real reward. Not the jet, but understanding the rules that decide who wins long before the finish line.